And today for Stay and Play, I am going to show you how to make a rubber band eraser to demonstrate potential and kinetic energy. So what is potential and kinetic energy? Potential energy is the energy stored in an object because of its position or state. For example, a soapbox racer on top of a hill, an egg held over your head, and a compressed spring all have potential energy. So if potential energy is stored energy, kinetic energy is the energy of motion. When potential energy is used, it is converted into kinetic energy. You can think of this energy as stored kinetic energy waiting to be used. Take this rubber band. A stretched rubber band is full of elastic potential energy. When released, that energy is converted to kinetic motion energy. The energy generated from the rubber band snapping back into shape is enough to power a Lego car, which we will build now. Here is everything you are going to need for this build. You will need 2 of these Kinetic bricks, 3 of these Kinetic rods, 4 wheels, 1 cog, which has to be smaller than your wheel, 7 of these rod stops, 1 of these handles, or something like this, which has a bit to go into your brick, like so, and a part at the other end for a bit to go in there. You will also need your elastic band. Let's build! So we start with one of our Kinetic bricks with one of our rods, and we get one of our wheels and we just put them on like that so that the black rod just ever so slightly comes out of the wheel, and then we'll put that onto there, and then we'll get one of our stops and put it on, leaving a little bit of gap so that there isn't that much friction, so it will still roll like that and it has a little bit of space. Mine had a bit too much space. There we go, so it's got a bit of wiggle room. Then we shall do the same for the other side. You have to make sure that the space is roughly the same, otherwise it will look a bit weird. And that the space coming out of there is the same too. So once you've done that, take your third rod and one of your rod stops and put it on the end just like you did with the wheel. Now we are going to feed it through one of the holes closest to one of the axles. So then check that your elastic band fits on like that. Now if it's too tight, you want to move your rod forwards. If it's too loose, you want to move it backwards. When you're comfortable with the position of your elastic band, you want to take it off and just lay it to the side. Then you want to put one of your stops there to hold that, but make sure, unlike the wheels, this is nice and tight so that it doesn't jiggle forwards and backwards. Then you want to place one of your cogs here in the center-ish of your bar. Then you want to put the rest of your stops, leaving space for the wheels. Then you want to put your elastic band only on the middle bar. That is very important. Then you just make sure everything's tight / loose where it should be. Then get your bar, place it onto there and then put on your wheels like this. Then you want to make sure, just like the other side, they've got a little bit poking out, so you might have to change the place of your stops just so you can get it in. And then, just like the other side, you want to make sure that there is a little bit of space between there, so it's got a bit of jiggle room, so there isn't that much friction. Then you want to just align it all. So then put your cog into the middle and then put on this handle so that it goes onto there and onto there. Now you will probably have to rearrange that just a little bit. Pushing those there. And then to charge it up, you just put your elastic band very carefully onto one of those and then pull it back. You can either do it like this or do it like this, and then when it's tight, or if it's starting to bend this bar, then that's enough and you want to just let it go. So, how does it work? The more you twist the rubber band around the rear axle, the more potential energy you build up. When you let the car go, the rubber band snaps back to its original form, spinning the rear wheels. The potential energy in the stretched rubber band is converted into kinetic energy and speeds your car along. Once you have your basic rubber band car, why not see if you can improve it? Try changing the size of the wheels. Mix them up a bit. Large wheels at the back, small at the front. Does this affect the speed? What effect does making it bigger, smaller, lighter or heavier have on its speed or distance it can travel? Maybe you can find a way to reduce the friction on the axles. I hope you have fun making your rubber band racer. Why not challenge your family members to make one and have your own lockdown race? Stay safe and keep sciencing. Take this rubber band. A stretch rubber band is full of elastic potential energy.